Melissa, SmokingHotCigarChick.com. I'm here at IPCPR right now. I'm more in Bode with Sharon, and I have to say I have been so excited to meet you. I can't tell you what an honor it is for me. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us. I first discovered your cigar. It's a very boutique cigar, one of my favorite boutique cigar shops in Houston. Can you tell us about your blends, about your inspiration, and what you kind of look for in your tobaccos?
Well, I think that the number one thing was that when we first started blending, and this would go back to about 1989, 90, we went to Luis Santana, who was a very formal and very competent, gorgeous cigar maker, and we asked him to put together a particular blend that he thought was just us. And he told us exactly what leaves that he wanted us to get. And so we procured them from the locations that he suggested. And we gave them all to him, and he put together what he called the perfect cigar. It was going to be something we could trust. And so we smoked the cigar, and it was the worst cigar we had ever smoked in our lives. And the one thing that we learned from the experience was that if you are a cigar maker and you have the craft and ability to make an outstanding, finished, functioning item of smoking, such a long type fill cigar, it doesn't mean you know anything about blending. And so that's why on day 2, More Bode began doing its own research. And we sourced tobacco since we didn't come to it with preconceived ideas. We went all over the world. So in 1990, we were sourcing tobacco from all over the world, including origins such as India and China and Turkey. We brought in tobacco from China when China really wasn't even trading with the U.S. You can imagine that existed. And with those different component tobaccos, along with about 9 others, we put together the 2 different blends that we have been known in the market for, Miami and Colombia.
I love that flamboyant dark especially. I love that cigar. It's such different, unique flavors that I really can't say I've tasted anywhere else. And again, I think that global aspect really applies to the experience of smoking the cigar itself.
It truly does. The other thing is, sometimes people will smoke our cigars and they'll say, gosh, it doesn't taste like anything I'm really familiar with. And that's right, because most premium handmade cigars are comprised of tobacco leaves that are sort of repeated. And so when you're bringing in tobaccos from origins as diverse as India and China and Turkey, it just makes for a more interesting composition of tobacco.
Talk to me about your travels, about what it is like from a perspective of tobacco and culture, like in India, for example.
Well, we are in the process of setting up the manufacturing, which will begin at the end of this month in India for premium handmade cigars. It is a historic first for India. They have never produced premium handmade cigars. Hopefully it will put them into the global competitive arena of premium handmaids. And in all honesty, it's a personal responsibility that is very daunting. It's very awesome because whatever they learn, they've learned from us. And if it's great, then we did a good job. And if they don't learn their lessons well, and we don't make them change, then their mistakes will be attributed to us too. So it's a tremendous responsibility But
I'm excited to see you take that position, and I'm excited to see it. I think it's fun to see, you know, that kind of culture get experience for the first time and kind of grow and get excited, and you know, we get different flavors from it. We get a whole new, almost like it's that lifestyle kind of expanding everywhere. It's really good to see.
one thing that I have noticed in the tobacco selection, because we have currently used one Indian tobacco, but with the expanding of the work, and we're going to introduce other blends that contain tobacco leaves from other parts of India. So there will be different blends. If I noticed that there is a certain pattern, a certain correlation in the overall aromas in the cooking, and also in the fragrances that are just so indigenous to India, and it does transfer into some of its tobacco. So I think with time, I think if I had to think of a note, is that the Indian tobacco is on the lighter side. It has a floral, but a little bit more into the cinnamon type feel to it.
That's what I definitely taste too in that flamboyant. I love that floral kind of aroma.
And with that little spicy type feel, like natural spices, it comes out even in the tobacco.
I'm so excited to see it.
It's really cool. It's exciting, and it's a great time for the cigar industry, the tobacco industry, for all of us that have so much passion and concern for the industry. It's a good time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to introduce us. All right, this is Teresa. I'll be speaking with you